Why does your college project crash when 10 people use it but Instagram handles millions at once without breaking? The secret is something called scalability. And once you understand it, you finally get how big tech systems actually work. Okay, let's be real for a second. When I started learning backend or system design, everyone threw around fancy words like load balancing, caching, horizontal scaling, and I was like, what are you even saying? But it's not that complicated. So in this video, I'll explain what scalability actually means, how vertical and horizontal scaling differ, and how apps like Instagram and Netflix actually use it in real life with examples. So scalability actually means how well your system can handle more load without breaking. Imagine you run a small cafe, and when you have 10 customers, you're fine. But when 100 customers comes, you start panicking. You have two options. First, buy a bigger coffee machine. That's vertical scaling. And second, hire more baristas with smaller machine. That's horizontal scaling. Both achieve the same thing, handle more customers, but in very different ways. Let's start with vertical scaling. This means upgrading your existing system. You add more CPU, more RAM, more storage to make it faster. Think of like upgrading a laptop from 8 GB to 16 GB, but it runs smoother, but it's still one laptop. In architecture forms, you have just one server. Doing everything: user request, database, storage, all in one place. Simple setup, quick fix, but there's a catch. The problem, there's a limit. You can't keep upgrading one machine forever. Sooner or later, it will max out, and your app will start slowing down again. Now comes the horizontal scaling, the smarter way to grow. Instead of making one server stronger, you add more servers and split the load between them. A load balancer. So a load balancer sits in front and decides which server will handle the which request. So if you suddenly get 10x users, no panic, just add another server. This is what big companies do: YouTube, Netflix, Instagram. It's harder to set up. You have to manage data consistency, synchronization, and communication between servers. But it's infinitely scalable, and more servers handle more users. Simple as that. Let's take a real example. You're building a simple photo sharing map. So users upload images, view post, and like them. At the start, your entire app, that is front end, back end, database, storage, is all in single server. That's fine when you have 100 users. But as users grow, uploads increase, database queries multiply, and suddenly your app starts lagging. So you vertically scale, upgrade your system, but soon that's not enough. So what do you do next? You split your system. You split your system into multiple servers, add a load balancer to distribute the traffic. Each server handles a portion of the users. So now your system can handle thousands of users smoothly. If one server crashes, others keep running. That's horizontal scaling, reliable and powerful. Instagram uses the same concept but at a massive scale. When you upload a reel, one server handles the request, another processes your video. The file is located in cloud storage like AWS, S3, and when others view it, it's delivered via CD10, that is Content Delivery Network, from the nearest location. All of this happens across hundreds of servers working in parallel. That's how Instagram stays fast, even with millions online. So let's quickly recap. So vertical scaling, bigger server, simple but limited. Horizontal scaling, no servers, complex but scalable. So most startups start with vertical scaling, then move to horizontal scaling as they grow. So that's how you go from a small college project to a production ready scalable system. And that's scalability explained in one simple video. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which topic you want next. Maybe caching, load balancing, or database sharding. See you in the next one.